right, next up, Buffy.
That's
This
right.
we're like a week later now. That was Wednesday the 9th. This is Tuesday the 15th. Okay. Um, I'll tell you, one day after this episode aired, Michael Jordan played his final game in the
Oh my
NBA.
God. One day
Hmm.
after it aired?
Yeah, the next day.
Holy shit. Were you there? Were you watching?
Was I no, probably not. But
Oh man. I
I
watched
didn't care.
Kobe's last
One,
game.
I didn't care about him on the Wizards. I probably watched his last
Mm,
game as a Bull, and then I was
yeah.
just like, "What? He's back now? All right." Uh,
Back again.
yeah. Anyway, Jordan's career he ended like right around the same time as Buffy ended.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
Kelly Clarkson's first album came out the day this episode aired.
Can I say something?
Sure.
His his time with us ended the same time as Molly. We could say that. Molly dies this episode, and then the next day Jordan leaves us.
Molly.
That was upsetting.
Oh, not at all. I was like
I wrote down one of
cheering.
her quotes before she went, though, so she left us with something.
Yeah, she said she had like two horrible line readings in this
Nope.
episode and then died.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Mm. Number one movie in America is Anger Management.
Adam
All
Sandler
right.
movie? Jack
Adam
Nicholson?
Sandler and Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
Still never
Later
seen that.
made into a Charlie Sheen sitcom that I watched the first
Is that
40
based on
episodes
that?
of.
That's the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
and Phone Booth is number two. What a Girl Wants is number three. Debuting at a mere number seven, The House of a Thousand Corpses.
Okay.
And we
You
also have,
stupid piece of shit.
yep. And in the sort of indie down the charts, there is Ghosts of the Abyss
Oh wow.
and Better Luck Tomorrow, Justin Lin's debut. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, that's what was going on. And Buffy this week led into the second episode. It had premiered the previous night of a highly touted new UPN show called Platinum. That was
Hmm.
like one of the first shows to like take place in the world of hip hop.
Okay.
Okay. Empire later perfected this. Maybe Danny Strong watched Platinum and was like, after Buffy and was like, let me try that. But
Who's the head lead of that empire?
Terrence Howard
Oh wow.
and Taraji P Henson. Um,
Okay.
but Platinum had Sticky Fingers and Jason George, okay, and it was co-created by the team of John Ridley, who later wrote 12 Years a Slave,
Wow.
and Sophia Coppola. And I always loved that.
Who's that?
What?
I'm just kidding.
I just love that Sophia Coppola had a creator credit on a show about hip hop.
Yeah. What
I
year?
like.
That's this year?
Do you think she's
2003?
ever listened to a rap album?
Sure, of course.
I'm not sure.
Of course. Come on. That's this year. We're in 2003 at this point.
That show premiered the night before this episode aired, and then they aired the second episode right after Buffy. It led into it,
So she's like a full-fledged director and she's producing that. That's kind of cool.
I guess. But
I like that.
John Ridley wrote every episode.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think Francis might have had a producer credit on that one too.
Okay. We'll be talking about him this week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. So this episode is written by Drew Goddard. This is his last episode of Buffy. Did a lot this season.
Hmm.
And directed by Michael Gershman, who's been our DP since back in season two. He's very important to the visual language of the show. And I would say, he directed like one or two episodes every season. I would say he never directed a bad episode of Buffy. He's got a perfect
Wow.
track record.
That's cool.
I looked it up to see. His first episode was Passion, the death of Miss Calendar.
Great episode.
Then in
One of the
season three,
first like top episodes. When that came out, that might have been the top episode. You
it
think?
was up there. No,
Okay.
I think probably Innocence, where Angel turns evil is,
Uh,
but that's just like a few episodes before that. Um, that he did Consequences in season three.
Yeah.
with
Faith.
Faith. Yeah. In season 4, he did a new man where
Giles.
Giles turned to a demon. And then This Year's Girl, which is the first part of the Faith two-parter. In season 5, he did Blood Ties, the one where Dawn cut herself, and Intervention, the one with the sort of vision quest in the desert, and also featured the first appearance of the Buffy bot.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah,
in
that's a great
season
one.
in season 6, he did the bottle episode Older and Far Away, where they're stuck in the
Clem.
house on her birthday with Clem, and also Seeing Red with the death of Tara. And this season he does Him, which was the very fun episode with the the Letterman's jacket,
Yeah.
and now this one, his final episode. So what a
I
great
think
work
the
by Michael
Dawn Blood
Gershman.
one was my least favorite.
Yeah, probably.
Blood
And that
Ties.
one's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. One of
Yeah.
our better directors.
hmm he really never directed much again. He was the DP on Crossing Jordan after this, and they let him direct a couple of times, but that's it.
Hmm.
This and Crossing Jordan are the only two shows he ever did any directing
Well,
on.
that's stupid. We
Agreed.
fucked up. Gershman,
Yeah,
I'm
and now
sorry.
he's dead.
Oh, really?
He'll
Gershman's
never
dead?
direct again. All right. So April 15th, 2003. Let's hear your thoughts on Dirty Girls.
All right. I got a lot of thoughts on Dirty Girls. Let me tell you what. But Nathan Fillion is around. He's fun. Hey, this is early. How what's all I mean, he done that show? When I saw him, I thought that show was later. You're telling me that?
Firefly?
Yeah, you're telling me that's already a thing?
No. That premiered at the beginning of this year, like September to or October, maybe 2002, and it was canceled in December. So it's been off the air for like a few months at this point,
Okay.
and now he's starting to bring those actors onto his other shows.
Okay.
Um, Nathan Fillion before that had been on Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. He was a regular on that show for a couple seasons. That's the first thing I ever saw him in. So when Firefly came out, I was like, "Hey, that's that guy from Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place."
Mm,
And and but I loved Nathan Fillion at this point.
right.
I was such a big fan, and so I was so excited to see him on Buffy.
Yeah.
And he's not playing a similar character to what he's doing
I've
in
never seen him
Firefly
do
at
this before.
all. Yeah.
He's got a great southern accent. He's playing like a preacher. Is he a real preacher or is this a fake? Is this an act? Is this like a thing?
I think he probably was a preacher at some point in his life.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Castle. I was wondering what thing he was from. He's Castle.
and the rookie.
And the rookie. Damn, he's like Boreanaz,
Yeah,
basically.
he's a TV
They're the
star.
same
This
guy.
guy. Mm-hmm.
He's tried movies, right, Fillion? I think. Oh, he's
Yeah,
in
like
like a few James Gunn movies. He
yeah,
does James
yeah.
Gunn stuff.
James Gunn loves him. He's in Slither, and he plays like different roles in a couple of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's Nathan, handsome guy, charming guy.
very charming, handsome, very good actor. I feel like as I like the rookie. I've watched every episode of it, but I feel like he's wasted on these shows. He's a much better actor than what he's given to do in these police shows he does.
That's fair. He's like, it's hard to like thread that line. Like some people have that where like girls want to be with you, but like guys still want to be friends with you. It's like, and same like with women. It's hard to be like the right balance. But he's found it, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's a woman running through the woods. She's real scared, and he saves her. We think, but turns out he's evil. Doesn't save her. He stabs her. Says, "I got a message for you to tell Buffy." First of all, he knew that Willow was behind him. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah, with
With
faith.
with Faith, yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna dump you. They're gonna pick you up and take you to Buffy." And that's my
He
plan.
seems to know quite a lot about what's going on with Buffy and her friends.
He
Like
has
he's
never seen
probably
her though. Well, we learn later on the big reveal. He sees her for the first time.
right, but I think he's sort of been around off screen and being filled in on shit. Like he's been running around maybe as the head of the bringers. They mentioned that he's the one that blew up the Watchers
That
Council
was cool.
back in Never Leave Me. And when he does that thing with Xander later in the episode,
Mm.
he specifically mentions you're the one that sees everything, right? Which is something he says in potential to
Oh,
Dawn. So he's clearly very aware of the inner dynamics of this group, whether he's seen photos of them or not.
right. That was upsetting. The Xander thing. Horrible.
That's a
He better get a freaking eye
that's a big
patch.
thing,
We better get Xander with an eye patch.
Logan.
Yeah.
Get ready for Xander with an eye
Hell
patch.
yeah. You better have a toy of that. I better see you break out the Xander with an eye patch toy
No, but
next
one
week.
definitely exists.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
all
buy
right,
it.
yeah. Go ahead.
I'll get a shirt, Xander with the eye patch. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But he dumps her on the road, and then Willow and Faith get her, and then we
Yeah.
cut to Xander having a drink. Was this the only time we get her? By the way, I was so
Yes,
excited
yeah.
for
She
Bilson. This
only
is it.
appears in this dream. I think they should have shown her at least in the fight at the end.
Yeah,
Maybe have her get killed.
that was a. Is this?
Oh, but they said they only bring to that fight like the ones that have been with them for a while. So
Yeah,
this might be
fine.
like she plays Colleen, who's apparently new in the house.
Is Caradad the other one with Xander on the bed?
Well,
Dania
it, it's
Ramirez.
it's Danya Ramirez,
Dania
who
Ramirez.
is an actress who really had a career after this, stuck around. She is very important in the second season of Heroes.
Okay.
And also, she's in American Reunion, the fourth American Pie movie.
Okay.
And she plays Callisto in X-Men 3, The Last Stand. Um, yeah, but in this episode, this was like during a time when women were really going too hard on their eyebrows.
Oh
All right.
well, my sister
I
did that.
I like oh, my sister did
She had
too.
tiny eyes. She had like such thin eyebrows at
It's
one point.
insane looking. I like a nice thick eyebrow.
Cara Delevingne, you're into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my sister. We
That's probably
made
the
fun of
best
her
part
so
of Cara
much.
Delevingne.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, her eyebrows are
Who?
ridiculous.
Danya?
Danya Ramirez. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you see her now, she looks a lot better.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Mhm.
That was bad though. Like the mid 2000s for women was
Late 90s, early 2000s was really
okay.
the
Well, my sister was like mid 2000, like 2007 was
oh.
like her tiny
Well,
eyebrows.
I feel like in Alabama,
We were
you're doing shit like years later than everybody
right.
else.
We just
Yeah,
learned about the
out
Dougie.
What?
My brother taught me how to Dougie last
Oh
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the number one song down there in Alabama now? Gangnam Style.
Uh, yeah, Gangnam Style. Couldn't think of a better one than that one. But we go to Xander's dream. Very funny, where Danya and Rachel Bilson hit on him. They're like,
Yeah.
I've never been with a man before. And then they say something very funny. They're like, I've never been with her in front of a man before. I loved that.
I love that too.
And then
and then the door opens and you just see like a slow motion shot of all the potential slayers having a pillow fight with one another.
yeah, very sexy. And that's when you know it's a dream. At first you're like, oh, this could be well, then you know it's not real, I guess.
Well, I feel like you it could be really until Bilson shows up.
Until
When it's just when it's just Don Ramirez, it's like, oh wow, Xander, good job.
I think you're right.
But,
That's
yeah.
the moment. But it's very funny. I love it. And then it cuts there like, hey Xander, we need your help in the living room or whatever.
I just realized something. Is Anya in this episode at all?
No, I just realized that too. Yeah. I didn't catch it on you.
Hmm.
Credit only.
Yeah, wild.
Fucking
What's up with
nuts.
that?
I don't know. Yeah, what is up with that? Weird. Uh, but yeah, that was awesome. I love that. And in my notes, I already made this joke to you, but I wrote even more summers than usual.
Great job.
So there we go. And Faith shows up. Oh, there's like a moment where Faith and Willow, they're like, oh, should we go see Buffy or should we warn her like you're in town? We don't want to like surprise her, sneak attack or whatever. But she sees Spike in the cemetery, like wandering off with a woman, and she thinks that Spike's evil, like gonna kill her. So she tries to save her, but really, Spike's a good guy.
Yeah.
She fights the vampire, and Buffy's also there.
Faith has only ever seen Spike one time, and
Really?
it was yeah, because Spike Faith's big season is season 3.
Yeah.
Spike only shows up for one episode during that season, Lover's Walk, and Faith isn't in that episode. Um,
That can't be the best season then if Spike's in one episode,
it is the best season.
but it has Faith for the whole season.
Yeah, exactly. And the mayor.
And Lover's
Uh,
Walk, his episode is so good. That's like
I
the
know.
best episode of the entire season.
It might be Spike's best appearance. Um,
That's crazy.
but the only time Faith ever sees Spike on the show is when she's in Buffy's body.
Yeah, they touch on that.
In
I was
Who
in
Are
a
You?
different body.
Yeah, they talk about that. That seems actually written by Marty Noxon,
Yeah.
and it was because Joss Whedon and Marty Noxon were mulling the idea of a post Buffy spinoff, Faith and Spike.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did one episode together, one lousy episode. That's crazy.
Well, they're in the rest of the season.
Well, oh, Faith and Spike?
Yeah,
I thought you said that was the only time they interacted.
before this.
Right. That's crazy. They had the thought of a spinoff and then they only have them interact once, though, right?
Right, but they were like Marty Noxon was like, let me write a scene between the two in this episode and see what their chemistry is like, and actually,
Right.
really good. It's like one of the best scenes in the episode.
Okay. You mean here or there?
No, the
I don't
scene
really
where
remember
they're
that.
where they're like sitting on Spike's bed downstairs together.
Oh, here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Buffy didn't like that very much. It's good to see you
no,
guys bonding so much. I love that. That's
yeah.
great. As I sharpen my knife to kill you, Faith.
Just don't bond at the genitalia. Well, I mean, this is like Faith's MO, man. Like she's always trying to fuck whoever Buffy's with. She went after Scott Hope.
Wow.
In the beginning of season 3, she
Yeah.
made a move on that
Angel.
guy. She went after Angel.
Even Xander.
And when she was in Buffy's body, she fucked Riley.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
She got down in Buffy's body. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Buffy wasn't doing shit in Faith's body. She really didn't take advantage of that.
Well, a lot of the time she was captured by the Watchers Council.
Oh yeah, tough to do too much there. Didn't she try to hook up with Xander too?
Well, she was Faith at that point.
Oh, just regular old Faith.
Mm-hmm. She took Xander's virginity.
Wow, I forgot about that. That's crazy. Imagine you lose your virginity to Faith.
I know. It's the greatest.
Like you start at the top of life.
That's the thing. Like Xander, I think he's like only had sex with 2 women, but
the hottest women
but they're Faith and Anya.
Yeah.
It's hard to complain.
Really, I'll give more credit. I think there's some we're not seeing.
I think probably between Faith, like between Anya and now, he's probably had like a couple little interactions.
Like you can't have a wedding fall apart and then not go get laid afterward.
No, of course. I think he's probably done that. But
yeah,
I mean, the major women in his life are fucking Anya and Faith, and arguably
Cordelia too. And it would have happened with Willow, but she's gay.
That
like Willow loved him so much.
It almost happened with Willow. Willow kind of cheated on Oz with Xander in season 3.
Really?
Yeah, remember they like kissed a few times.
Yeah, but there was like parts even when she was with Tara where she was like, "Man, Xander, if I wasn't gay, I would still be with you." It's like, why are we still having lines like that when you're with Tara? It's pretty weird. But anyway, we get home and Faith catches up. She's like, "Hey, Giles. Hey, Dawn. It's good to see you guys."
Oh yeah, and
friends.
So Dawn would have been around in season 3. Like Faith knows Dawn, but this is the first time we've seen them interact.
Wait, really?
Well, yeah, because Dawn wasn't introduced until season 5. But the memory implants make it so that they know each other.
Yeah, so she was like, "Oh, you're all woman shaped now. Like you've grown up so much."
There's that Christmas episode of Men's where Faith spends Christmas with Joyce and Buffy. Mm-hmm. Dawn would have been there in the memory implant version of that episode.
Yeah. See, I sort of gave up thinking. I was like, do they know each other? And then I was just like, yeah, they probably do. And then I stopped.
Yeah. She says little brats all grown up.
Yeah. So They got me. We see the first with Caleb. He turns into Buffy for Caleb. Says, "Hey, this is what the Slayer looks like. FYI." And then we see this was funny. Andrew tells everybody all about Faith. We get a fun montage of Faith. I thought that was really cool.
Oh
She
yeah.
started out on our side, and then she turned evil, started killing folks, and started working with the mayor. And then she started killing a Vulcan or a
Right.
volcanologist. And he was
Right.
like,
Right. So
why do they study Vulcans?
in Graduation Day Part One, Faith murders a volcanologist, someone who studies volcanoes,
Yeah.
to try and like hide some shit for the mayor. And yeah, of course, Andrew remembers it as she killed a Vulcan.
When they showed it in the flashback, I was like, "Is that a thing from Star Trek?" And then it
Yeah.
clicked what he was doing. It was very funny. Andrew's great in this episode. I love the one shot of him later with the tear coming down his
Oh,
cheek.
I love that too.
I
Yeah.
love it, and Buffy's crying too.
Well, that was the Xander gives a lovely little speech there.
It was
And
lovely.
I like Faith's reaction to it too. Like when they make themselves known that they've been there for a little while. Faith turns to Buffy and was like, "I had no idea you were that cool, babe."
But Buffy's reaction too, like you were always slow, Faith. I thought that was really funny too.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think this episode is great. It really, we have 5 episodes left, and we are
I don't
the
like the
real.
randomness so much.
What do you mean the randomness?
Like we're just the guy Caleb, like with 5 episodes left, is now the most evil guy around.
Well, I think it's just because they're the first. The problem with this season is the first is the big bad, but it's non-corporeal. So you don't have anyone that they can have them fight. And
Yeah,
so you introduce Caleb. Maybe they should have introduced him a little earlier
yeah,
as like the fist of the first.
I think so.
Um but I just think we're doing a lot of great character interaction stuff. Like to be like 5 episodes left, to have Xander give that great speech, to have Faith and Spike get some time together, to have Willow and Faith get some time together. You know,
I don't love
it,
Xander's eye thing either.
I really love the sort of friction between Buffy and Giles right now that continues from the last
Do
episode.
they talk here? I don't really remember them interacting
There's
all
a
too much.
great moment where she tells Giles to stay behind with the newer potentials. She says, "Why don't you stay with the potentials that why don't you stay with the girls who still need a teacher?"
Oh shit! Did
Yeah.
Willow stay too? It was like him and Willow and
Yeah.
like Summer and all of them.
Summer.
What's her Colleen?
Yeah.
No, by the way, Vi has not been on the show.
Yeah, we'll see her again. I don't know why she wasn't in this episode. She
Like
probably
we had
should have
all the
been there.
others. Amanda, I
Yeah.
thought Amanda was good this episode.
Amanda had some good lines. Yeah.
I like what was it like? Matthew Broderick
Oh yeah, yeah. And
and Andrew.
Andrew says, "Xander, come on."
Yeah.
And Xander goes, "We don't acknowledge that, Godzilla. That's not real Godzilla."
Like
Yeah.
Andrew knew the argument, he just didn't want to even do it. He was
Yeah.
like, Xander, come on, do the thing.
Yeah.
That was very funny. You do you like that movie or you hate that movie?
I like that movie.
Yeah, I was like, you have a take about that, but I forget
Mhm.
what it is. Wood fired Buffy.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
Goddamn. He says the mission is what matters still. Like the thing his mom
He
said to him.
also says though that like people are starting to like leave Sunnydale in droves, and attendance at the school has been pretty sparse.
Oh
So
shit.
like I feel like the residents of Sunnydale like feel the rise of this evil, like whether they know what it is or not. And they're starting to sort of bail from Sunnydale.
It's like the Dallas Mavericks. They have like 6 players now. People are just
Yeah.
starting to like leave. But that was sad. Buffy lost her job. Was she getting
Yeah.
paid or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, of course she was. But Faith and Spike were in the basement. Faith was doing a lot of acting, I thought, like a lot of stretching, a lot of weird stuff. I'm not sure what was going on, but
I ain't complaining.
no, but she was like, yeah, man, we're just sitting here, and she like taking off clothes. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Uh, whatever. They get comfy, and then Buffy comes down. She's like, I don't like this very much.
Well, I like that Buffy, like, I mean, like, Faith kind of calls Buffy a prude to Spike, and Spike's like, you ain't been around in a while, huh? Like, he like, I was surprised he just straight up tells like Faith, like, yeah, me and Buffy, we fuck.
Yeah, all sorts of
Yeah.
positions you don't even
Not
know
so much
about.
lately, but like a while, like a little while ago, we were fucking.
Yeah, just not in the last couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that too. How honest he was with her. Like, yeah, like I used to get some, but not that much anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, all right. That makes you more willing to put out for him now, I think, because he's like, I haven't gotten some recently. And this is where we see uh who's Shannon? I wrote Shannon.
I have no idea.
Who the fuck is Shannon? Shannon's just a woman. Mary Wilcher.
Shannon?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, wait, Buffy. We go to like there's like a hideout. Oh, but they discover his Caleb's hideout at that place.
It's a vineyard.
Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere. Valley Vineyards, Shadow Valley Vineyards, whatever.
Okay.
We talk about Angel. We're like, how's Angel doing? Whatever. And this is where the line of the episode from Molly. She says, I don't want there to be tentacles. I'm not good with squishy.
Ugh. The
That was
worst line of the
obviously the
episode.
line of the episode.
Horrible.
And she dies
LVP.
later on. All right, fine. And then Xander, great speech. Everybody cries. I cried. It was very funny. And then we leave people behind. We go to the hideout. We fight Caleb and his crew. And who did he kill? He killed obviously Molly, but somebody else.
Um, well, he killed an Asian girl, but I don't
Chow
think it was.
An?
I don't think it was Chalan. I think it was somebody, a different Asian one. But I could
Maybe
be wrong about
Shannon. Might have
that.
been that girl Shannon I wrote
Maybe
down.
maybe it was Shannon. But anyway, there's that great cut to commercial where like Caleb has like proven himself by this point to be like scary
Mm-hmm.
and weird and evil, but there's a part where like he just, who is it that he punches? Was it Buffy?
A few of them. Buffy like
But like
punched really hard up against the wall.
yeah, I think like right before the commercial, he punches Buffy and Buffy just goes flying
Yeah,
across the room, and it's like, oh, so he's pretty fucking formidable too in a fight, and then he basically trounces them.
mm-hmm. He did the same with Faith too. Like the two strongest people, he just
Yeah.
immediately shows his strength by
Yeah.
knocking them out. It was like Helm Hammerhand. Daniel just rolled his eyes for the audio listeners. And obviously Xander gets his eye poked out. I believe it was his left eye, right?
Yeah, that is a fucked up shot. You really see
The blood
his
rushing down
finger
his
goes
face.
into the socket.
Awful. Hate that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we're like at the hospital nursing our wounds. We see Xander with a little thing on his eye. I was
Mhm.
like, that better turn into a fucking eye patch, or I'm quitting Buffy with one episode left. I don't
No
care.
need.
And Buffy, she's like walking down the street, and we hear like Caleb voiceover talking to the first. Like,
Yeah, and
that
that's great
motherfucker.
too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is
I do wish we set him up with like more than 5 episodes left.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with. I think the opening scene does the job.
Yeah, it's cool, and he's a great actor. It's very funny. Uh, is he the MVP?
I think Faith is the MVP. I love Dishku in this episode, and it's been such a long time since she's been on Buffy. It's
Right.
just great to see her with interacting with these characters.
I liked Fillian's performance more. Dushku is like
That's fine.
stretching with silly.
Come on, my God.
Is that how you hint to people? Like, oh, like I'm ready. I'm DTF. You do some stretches.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Anyway, fucking, that's fine. Fillian's a good MVP. Molly LVP. 4 stars.
No.
I feel like where did I have lies my parents told me?
Is that seasons? That was 38 between Primeval and Grave.
Okay. I feel like I like it just about the same as I like that one.
You like it more or
What do I
less?
have it below that? What do I have below that one?
Grave, The Replacement, The Harsh Light of Day, The Freshman, Normal
Okay.
Again, Living Conditions.
And Primeval above that.
Yep.
You could put this there between Primeval and Lies My Parents Told Me.
Okay, so it's gonna be your 38. And I will put it, damn, I lied. My parents told me it's 74, but I sort of like it around there. I think I like it less. I'll go right under between lies my parents told me and what's my line part two, 75.
Okay.
Yeah.
75.
But I
All right,
like the Buffy
next.
more than Angel this week for
Oh, let's
sure.
do there's comments.
Oh yeah. Maddie Rags, yo, kind of just general questions for discussion that are not spoilers. Do you think the creation of Dawn gave Joyce the tumor as being Dawn's mother? She'd naturally have the most memories to have implanted in a regular middle-aged lady compared to Scooby's. I don't know if I read that right at all.
It's never occurred to me, but I think it's an interesting theory, honestly. What he's saying is that, like, the monks implanted all those memories at the beginning of season 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, Joyce gets probably the most of any of them because she has to be this person's mother. Okay, and she's
Yeah.
just a normal person. She doesn't have the strength of a watcher or a witch or a slayer or whatever. And yeah, so I mean, could that have contributed to her brain cancer? Potentially.
I like to think no. Because the whole
I don't
thing,
think so either. I think part of what makes the brain tumor thing work
it's
is that
normal. It's
right.
real life.
It's
Buffy was,
divorced from the supernatural of the
yeah, Buffy's
show.
mom died of natural causes. That's the whole
Right.
thing. Makes it's a good theory, but I think no. Also, do you think Drusilla was a potential slayer, if not next in line, before Angelus turned her as she was having prophetic visions and still does as a vamp?
That's
And
another
still,
thing that's honestly never occurred to me, but is an interesting theory. Yeah, we slayers have been known, you know, in their larvae state as a potential to have these sort of prophetic visions, and that is what Drusilla was. I think the idea was that Drusilla's crazy, but also a lot of the shit that Drusilla saw coming came.
yeah, I forgot
So
Angel turned her and then she
yeah,
turned Spike. That's crazy.
mm-hmm.
So Angel sort of turned Spike. When you think about it,
Yep,
that's
they
not.
are part of the same line,
They're
family
Eskimo
line.
brothers or whatever. Lastly, is the Cheese Man from Restless supposed to be a Joss Whedon fourth wall breaking self insert?
Self insert.
Yeah, I'd love to know more why.
I don't know what that would mean that it's a self insert for Joss Whedon. I'm curious what Maddie's asking there, but
Yeah.
uh, he's always said that that's just supposed to be like the one thing in that episode that means nothing. Um, but there have always been theories about whether that's accurate or not.
Why
So,
does it mean nothing? That's weird.
well, because it's in the dream episode, and so
Right.
it's like they're Whedon's thing in interviews and in the commentary track for that episode, he said that like there's always one element of a dream that makes no fucking sense and is just insane. And he wanted that to represent that.
That's cool. That's fine. Thanks for the awesome coverage. It's been fun showing my girlfriend the series for the first time, albeit we're currently paused on Innocence. Bad time to break on Buffy. I know, to get caught up on other TV.
Fair enough. Yeah. Hey, there's too much TV out there. Too
There
much
really is. I
TV
just started that Netflix
watching.
show.
Adolescence.
No, 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 no. Any what's it called?
Oh,
What was it?
nobody wants this.
Nobody. I almost called it Anyone But You. Yeah, nobody wants this. That's pretty. I'm on like episode three.
I'm watching a Netflix show now too called The Madness. I just
I
watched
don't know
episode
that.
5 last night with Coleman Domingo.
Whoa, he's
Um,
on a show. He's gonna be in the next Spielberg film.
Is he?
about aliens. Steven's doing another alien movie. Something with him and Emily Blunt.
Wow.
Sounds
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
I'll check that out. I love
I hope
villains.
so. It's a new Steven
Yeah.
movie. What if you're like, I'm not? Then
Well, I mean,
I'm out on Steven.
listen, I skipped West Side Story.
You saw
I've
the
skipped
Fablemans.
Steven
Was that his
movies.
last one? The Fablemans.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still upset he didn't win Best Director about that. Remember the Daniels one for Everything Everywhere? That was bullshit.
Ugh, I agree.
Imagine
Fuck
looking at that
that.
on paper today and condoning that behavior. That's
That
awful.
behavior.
Like that's one of the worst. We get like Jamie Lee one.
Yeah.
That night was stupid.
All right, give me Josh's thoughts.
I
Oh
also
wait,
saw
that what? Go what?
Rami Malek's got a new movie coming out, like an
Yeah,
action John Wick type
I've seen
movie.
like 7 trailers for it.
No, I saw it last night. Pissed me off.
You're not telling me new information
Maybe the listener
here.
out there didn't know
All
that.
right, all right, all right.
What'd you
Um,
tell me to do? Oh, read more of the comments.
Maddie, thanks for listening and it's I had something I was gonna say, but I forgot. So let's move on.
All right. Josh Merlis says, Angel, I was just thinking we're due for a good Fred episode. Very nice. Very nice. I was just starting to get bored and then blam, worm face. That shit scared me. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say the odds of her being actually good are down to like 30% tops now. Who talking about Jasmine?
Jasmine.
He thinks Jasmine's
Mm-hmm.
bad. Damn, Fred just straight up tried to kill her. Bold stuff. Reminded me of when Wesley went rogue and stole baby Connor. That was a misunderstanding, bro. He was just humming his favorite song, and Lauren realized bad stuff, and then all hell broke loose. That was crazy. What if she was mistaken too? What if? I mean, it, I think she's the one that's like seeing through it. But who knows? Honestly, this show's crazy. Buffy. Oh no, Southern Priest. Thought we'd get through the series without one of those. That's funny. Xander's getting a serious happy in that happy fappy boner dream. Yeah, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I get bummed whenever Dawn's on screen now. Andrew's all like, "Watch out, Faith has a history of murder." Dude, so do you. Who did Andrew kill? Oh, his friend.
Jonathan.
He was hypnotized. That wasn't his fault.
He was manipulated.
Manipulated by his friend. What's his face? Warren.
Well, the first, really.
Yeah, but really Warren. He was in love with Warren. He did whatever that guy said, including anal, probably.
Oh.
All right. That's Buffy and Angel. What's next week? I think Angel, right?
Yeah, it's all Angel next week. Two eps. It's gonna be episode 19, which is called The Magic Bullet.
Oh shit. We're gonna learn who killed JFK. That's
Right.
in the news right now.
Yeah. And episode 20 is called Sacrifice.
It's crazy. There's never been an episode yet called Sacrifice. I think we're gonna kill Angel. We're gonna make a sacrifice. We're gonna kill Angel.
Wow. Bold move for the show Angel.
I know. We're gonna have to change it to Wesley. Yeah, that is a bold move for the last season to just change the title. But that'll be exciting. That's it on Buffy. Anything else, Daniel? Oh, tomorrow we're gonna do 1998, right?
Yeah, Award Bros deep dive.
That's right. That'll be very fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, right. I have to like compile a TV list and shit. I got to do that tonight.
Oh yeah, the TV.
All right. Guys, blood is delicious.